In reality, talent management is, hey, I'm going to talk to my employees every so often when I need to, right, wrong, or indifferent. And I'm going to maybe give them a little bit of time and space to air their dirty laundry, but they don't really feel safe. In most instances, I remember junior, senior year in college, I applied to almost 200 jobs. You know how many I heard back from?
One.
A little more than one. AI has changed the game, right? Latitude development has accelerated, which has been great. The war for talent is very real.
It's like you understand that the car is coming and you understand, okay, it's 4 minutes away. Why don't we do all that wayfinding stuff with camp? In order to be memorable, you've got to be memorable. And so I think it's terrifying for marketers because, you know, it's a big idea and big market ideas should terrify you. Hey, this is William Tin Cup. I've got Pete with me. Pete, how you doing?
Great. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Would you do us a favor, the audience a favor, and introduce yourself?
Yeah. Pete Schramm, hailing from the Butler, Pennsylvania area.
Okay.
You're like, I've never heard of that before. Near Pittsburgh, easiest way to think about it. Grew up on a farm, background in defense contracting, studied engineering, and found that there's a big need for investing in people's futures in the workforce. How do we connect folks together, give them a little bit of guidance, and help them see a little bit of hope and purpose? So started a company and have some very exciting news. Well, you didn't even know this, but some very big news coming out soon. It's not yet broken,
Okay.
but she's about to break.
Okay. It's about to break.
Mm-hmm.
What's the news?
Well, I can't say it yet, but very, very soon. It's an exciting transition and big update for
Okay.
Latitude.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Under embargo.
Well, it's on a positive connotation.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a couple questions to ask you. Let's start with talent management.
Okay.
Years ago, we went through the phase, talent management was all the rage, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If I said that to you today, what do you think?
What is it in reality?
Yeah.
Or what could it be? I was just checking
Let's
the box
do with
today.
let's do reality.
In reality, talent management is, hey, I'm going to talk to my employees every so often when I need to,
Right.
right, wrong, or indifferent. And I'm going to maybe give them a little bit of time and space to air their dirty laundry, but they don't really feel safe. In most instances, some companies do a great job of this, but they're not able to truly share what's on their mind. They don't know which questions to ask. They don't know where they can go or grow. And I think it turns into just a lot of manage by complacency.
Right. I think the difference between reality and what we like, the optimal of what we like, is getting further and further away.
Current state, future state, ideal state. Let's get to that ideal state. Heck, let's even get to a good future state. I'd be all right with that.
Yeah, that's a great place to start. Let's
Mhm.
just get there and then redefine where the next thing is. When your battery runs a little low, your innovation battery, how do you recharge?
There's a couple of different things. I'll go for a run whenever my Achilles isn't bugging me. I love shooting hoops. That's like my de-stressor.
Well,
I can
you're
be
like 6'9".
almost 5'20", so just a hair under 6'9". But I just give me a basketball and a hoop. It could be a playground. Done this in many different countries, even just to de-stress. But also some of my best ideas come from just driving around. And I don't know if it's illegal or not. Keep my phone down, get a little sticky notes, or you can talk to your phone and stuff like that. I don't know if it ever happens to you, but lots of ideation, no phone, no text, no emails, no calls, which is just as you're driving around, that's where it comes back.
It's the shower and dreams
Oh,
for me. Like, and I keep a notepad next to
the dream pad.
Yeah.
We got to do a show just on Will's dream pad.
But yeah, I go through it years later and it's just like, bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. Oh, wait a minute, that's a good idea.
Let's tweak that. Let's workshop it.
Let's just workshop that one. Alrighty, so what's keeping you up at night these days?
I think AI has changed the game, right? Latitude development has accelerated, which has been great. The war for talent is very real.
Yep.
And so figuring out how many other people are coming up, other competitors, a lot of organizations are going out of business, but you can do so much more with less. And I look at it as an opportunity. And so
Right.
what keeps me up is more so of ideas, ideas, ideas in a positive manner.
I love that. What's the hardest thing about recruiting these days?
I'm going to look at it from the person getting recruited and searching for a job. And I'm going to look at it from the organization side. I think awareness and communication is the biggest one on both sides. People are saying, hey, I want a job. And people are saying, hey, we're hiring. And somehow they fly by, their ships crossing in the night.
Right.
Folks will come up to me. I probably got 7 text messages this morning alone. Hey, Pete, I want to get a job. I want to get a job. Where can I go? Nobody's hiring. It's such a bad market. I'm like, I bet you there's 15 companies in Pittsburgh alone that have over 1,000 job openings. And there you go. They're like, well, I don't want to move. I'm like, okay, you told me you're in Pittsburgh. So I
Yeah.
think it's that awareness piece. I think people, it's kind of on the male female side where they may not apply to jobs that fit their experience. Maybe it's a little, I'm shooting too high, I'm shooting too low.
Right.
We see that a lot of times. But then also from the employer perspective, please get back to folks. How often does that happen? I remember junior, senior year in college, I applied to almost 200 jobs. You know how many I heard back from?
One.
Little more than one,
Okay.
but not a whole lot more.
No.
That I've filled up a couple of handfuls.
Yeah.
But that's the biggest piece. And then what does it do? It deters folks from coming back to your brand. They share that to their friends. They share it to other people.
Well, and younger generations have a moment of engagement. They saw a job, someone forwarded a job, whatever the bit was. They looked at it. Yeah, looks kind of cool. And they apply, whatever. And if you don't strike while you have their attention, they're already on to the next thing.
Done. See you later.
I don't remember even applying to that job. Who was that company? Like, I don't even know that thing anymore.
And I think we're able to move quickly through the process. There's still the old adage of hire slow, fire fast.
Right.
But there's ways we can be efficient with it. I'm curious back to you on this one.
Sure.
The assessments, right? Hey, you got to apply. You went through the initial screening with the recruiter. Hey, take this assessment. What's your spin on that?
Well, anything that you ask them to do, you give them why you're doing it and then a copy of the report. So
Yeah.
if it's a credit check, criminal background, a behavioral assessment, a
Yeah.
personality assessment, whatever the thing is that you're asking for, tell them why. Hey, this is a personality assessment. Your personality is your personality. We're looking for, and go and do the assessment and we'll give you the results.
Yeah.
And so if there's something for them in it for them and they understand why, they're willing to do it.
The with them is real.
Right. Right. It's just like most of the time, it's just like the next step in the thing is boom. Now you're thrown into a behavioral assessment and it's going to be 100 questions and take 30 minutes and you have no idea why. And oh, by the way, there's nothing other than the job,
Right.
other than getting into the candidate pool for the job. There's really nothing in it for you. And it's too easy to give them a copy.
Yeah.
And let them see like what it is. I think it's like the wayfinding of like Domino's Pizza, FedEx, or even like Uber. It's like you understand that the car is coming.
Yep.
And you understand, okay, it's 4 minutes away. Why don't we do all that wayfinding stuff with candidates?
Yeah.
You know, that's been a gripe for 20 years. It's too easy with the tech that we have today to tell them where they are and what's next.
So that's even before the thumbs up, thumbs down is, hey, the thumb is still getting situated. Wouldn't that be funny as if it's moving along?
Yeah.
There's just an UI on there. What's happening? What's
Yeah,
happening?
we're not quite sure.
Let us know if anybody takes that idea and runs and adds it into their,
Well,
their
the thing
capabilities.
is letting them know where they're at in the process.
Yep.
Hey, listen, there's 7 steps to our recruiting process. You're going to meet with 4 different teams of people, blah, blah, blah. How hard is it to communicate like what the process is?
Yeah.
And I think if we would just fix that communications layer and letting the candidates know what's next, half the candidates will be like, okay, cool.
Yep.
And even if they don't get the job,
Yep.
which is actually the highest form of flattery or compliment that you can give a recruiter, I didn't get the job, but I love your process. So how can people find you or catch up with you?
LinkedIn. That's the easiest way. Pete Schramm, Petschramm. Relatively active between social sabbaticals there.
100%.
And then always through Work to Find podcasts, you can find me pretty simply
That's right.
through the community.
That's easy. That's a podcast on Work to Find, and love it. By the way, thank you very much.
Of course. Before we wrap up here, as we're walking around the floor, Schramm Talent 2026, what are you hoping to see other than smiling people and, great friends who, everybody already?
I think the thing is you know, people ask they want to be different.
Yeah.
Especially vendors. They're like, we want to stand out. We want to be different. Well, in order to be different, you've got to be different.
Yeah.
And the sameness and the conservative kind of approach to marketing to the practitioners is relatively boring.
Yep.
And so you can walk down aisle by aisle by aisle, and by the time you end that aisle, can you recall any one vendor? And it's very difficult. So what I like to see from vendors is people that take chances.
Yeah.
People that go out on a limb and do something. They've got a gorilla in a cage, and you can take your picture with the gorilla. Don't get too close. Likes bananas. That bit of, you've got to pull them into your booth.
Yeah. Be different.
In order to actually talk to them and listen to them, find out if their needs match what you offer. Cool. But you got to get them in. In order to be memorable, you've got to be memorable.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's terrifying for marketers because, it's a big idea, and big market ideas should terrify you. Like we want to take down the conference, and we're going to have one of those sink the person tanks,
dunk tanks.
Yeah. And, $100, and we give it away to this charity, and it's just a bit. Or we got a bunch of rabbits come and play with the rabbits. Again, it's gimmicky. It sounds like that, but you've got to pull the person into your booth in order to talk about your software. Because a lot of people will rush hey, let me show you what our software does.
Sale.
I don't even know if I have that problem.
Right.
And I don't even know if I'd like you, which so much of software sales still comes down to, we buy from people we like. So be likable. Yep. And then be memorable. All right. So we know how to get in touch with you. We know how to spell your name. We know where the podcast is.
Yeah.
Brother, thank you so much for carving that time for us.
Thanks, man. Always a pleasure.
Arnie. And we're out.